Tajidane nga painting la pe go yu painting de da da painting de kala na tangi idea ji khar kechu ji yu na par ke ni ji bai na azu painting du ne jaya pe mong yor ta mi mong bo ji ki par da painting di kala kala tharang pe ji ora chine ngi kala na arang ki khar ji yu na painting du ne azu par la azu kala jang ba mong bo jore sam ka de ja no composition ni ne color ni ne ani element design ni ne make expression ni ne de mong bo ji
Kalsang Jigme is a photographer who currently resides in Dharamsala, though he has lived and studied in multiple cities throughout India. After an unsatisfying stint in college spent studying physics and maths, he decided to turn instead to his interest in photography, an interest which he came to realize was his passion and which he felt a burning desire to learn and create more of.
Photography the English the thampu di dire kare chuju gos ne parta de da pe go yu parki mi khashel dwa khajina khashe dungdi lona goya ga chungi ne dwa yang appar da remote de taw ina anjik sozo o kalora ne ju ha mang ko information mang link thero tindi du chamba ta chuju ne ngapar ge par la da tindi chamba sem na lo ni kalore ngap chuma par ge ni ji chia yin sambe samlo de shuchim pe du nga ru china ta kalore susu gi ta mi samal photography ki meaning lo ga lo yora nga ru china photography de du chamba ngarang ki feeling di express chisa gi channel du Tinde ru ngarang ngunzi chiura par gi du chamba nga pe di chi to kalore sema khuyang bo cha na wa kyu cha kisi nga stress yu du chamba nga chulo par ga du chamba ye par man che chi still object in the yora so ko kya tinde ine re yang ki gung tinde ine re ta khaje non living things in the yora tinde nga di capture chi yang chi samsam sema kyu hele and normal in du chamba nga chulo draw and meet tinde gi portrait in the khonzo la ge she khonzo gyablo gi kalore ta kalore tung nya da tinde che ani ya chi movement chuk chigo yu yo tinde do tinde nga par gya wa tu yu.
In this photograph, Jigme recreates Jacques-Louis David's famous painting, The Death of Marat. Marat was a French scientist, journalist, and politician who was assassinated due to his opinionated beliefs and speech. The painting then is meant to reflect the everlasting mark he left on the French Revolution. The similarities between the two works is evident as Jigme lays across the trunk, newspaper in hand, imitating Marat's grip on the quill. This photograph expresses the difficulties Jigme faced in learning language, whether Tibetan or English. Despite his best efforts, fluency in either language was hard for him to acquire, resulting in frustrations and enormous pressure he felt was almost killing him. The newspapers scattered around him represent the words he's trying to understand, their crumpled up conditions speaking to the challenges he faced, his frustration and inability. The trunk itself acts as a symbol of the journey, trying to learn the many different languages, Hindi, English, and Tibetan, so he could cater to the different communities he lived with. Despite their forlorn posture, the way both Marat and Jigme clutched their hands onto the quill and the newspaper show that despite the challenges they face, they refuse to let go of their goal, their dream. Marat's being his free speech and Jigme's being language fluency.
Thamputi self-portrait chuda di khande dilana dinalola khande rustiolana nga gamchi na ju sai lange ni newspaper ju ani suil newspaper mangbo story dinge the plan cheje the parge ju jura ta manju kalona recreate chegyo rola ne tinde diworwa insa digi gumzen do jura digi story khalana ngala problem khariyolana nga language so pe kyo ta kalo language command yora phi ineri inji ineri language khande ne bezun khaje chine yakuchi nga chian pe khale khawo December the dinner language in December the language in the how language on my go you do some any language to the mandem jay and sega legurush the some the pilchigo the share was some language gang into stage and so same like shema to gurus the day logic the calore toya chedo and the gamna you self portrait together doesn't you the current self portrait dikaji yablogi idea chick the European की painter जो Louis David Lash do French की painters do Frank की तांतो painting जी जो करे Death of Marat Lash do तांतो painting जिंगे चांते होंगे शेषा दी की painting दी ताकि जंबा नाला Frank की तांतो भी फिके ता बात तो नालो मीटिंग ताकि शेषा की दी टूंग दी खाने रोलेशन ना Frank की article दी ता कलोरे शुंग लग गया जो चेतों दी ती है Frank भी शेषा की जो शेषा painting did was as an painting to Tonsa, the colonel painting to Zuki, the color the photography the painting ni bula connection to the painting to connection pay up you gyoroj indi to painting this style the lenje an ngarangi the color feeling the part on express for chegyo.
In this next work, Jigme once again reinvents a classic oil painting, Girl with a Pearl Earring, by Dutch Golden Age painter Johannes Vermeer. Except in his version, the girl is holding a can of Coca-Cola. Jigme's photograph shows an intersection of the modern and the past, as our eyes are immediately drawn to the iconic soda can held tight in the girl's grip. The soda can is a somewhat jarring contrast from the original inspiration, highlighting the shifts that have taken place throughout time in our society's commercial habits. The original painting beckons you to look at the earring, standing out stark and bold, bragging of class and wealth, whereas today our eyes are lured to the Coca-Cola can, which in and of itself speaks of the wealth and cultural power of the billion-dollar corporation.
Painting the painting the girl with pearl earring natural. Any girl with pearl earring ne pelanje any painting the recreate and Coca-Cola the lava jumuni painting the Coca-Cola the Yomara. Even a Coca-Cola lava jet the Coca-Cola the Tarik is a modern era now brand get a sashi the mitsami how could they get a brand chagora. The remove the Tuzuning Burgely. The colonial Yama Tisha Coca-Cola the Tarik is a says that the Tuzuni the intersection to Chigurich. The day was Tangaragi, some locoji that part the Chagur.
While Jigme definitely took some creative liberties in incorporating contemporary cultural elements in his piece, his original inspiration point for wanting to recreate the painting remained in place. Namely, the use of reflective, almost glowing light, contrasting against a dark and shadowy backdrop. The singular pearl earring and the girl's eyes shine like pinpricks of light, made all the more apparent by the black background and dark coloring of the girl's garments.
We may prank painting manguji colore, photographer mangu recreate chair prank painting. We may keep painting the recreate chair by Gumzin to Karalana, cranky painting the Zunalola, and light ketota in a shadow in a to part the pin, Karota New York, partnership, Chipaching and Rustia or crank. The names of Bani color photographer mangu cranky painting the recreate chair, keep a window chair. In the Chagureta, the day ideally, Tangi painting the recreate chair, and it Tangarangi Samlana Yuguchi, the Pargere, or the Russia.
While Jigme normally prefers to focus on single subject areas when taking photos, he decided for this photo shoot to take from Ragurai style, opting to incorporate multiple areas of focus. The outcome shows a journalistic approach to capturing a candid moment. Even though the picture was planned, no one is looking at the camera. The black and white color factor further accentuates the uncontrived feeling of the moment, stripping away any feelings of artificiality. The three girls seem to be unmindful of the camera's presence. They're all occupied doing their own separate thing, but you can feel the casual sense of ease amongst the girls, a random and candid moment caught by the lens.
Ramani gap even chamber. What's it? You the deeper gap where the Gabolo Gunzinda, Jibung, the mix of the Yoma, Kareolana, and the Yagagi bargaining and the Ragurai ledger of crime. Crying a parnamula, Titu Kalore, Midu Jesse Dizamba, crying a parnamula, multi focus area level. Parnamula focus she was element mango based pseudo crying. In now all the crying style deepening to Tungu.
Jigme also talked to us about how he responded to the artist blocks he faced early on in his career, namely by turning to the seniors of his field, who, in turn, pointed him towards books about photography.
The constant subject interesting the composition and problem the senior photographer in the team, the India problem team to and this the Meoswell, the all come chella, and Tapshi Kario related to Mambui, Malinus, Kanki, Parking, the photographer can camera to go level chat Marelas. Photographer can Gabula Mambu tapped on the Mambu law related. Kuzo the Zambani senior tapped in the lawyer Kozuimba, tapped in the law, and tapped in the law in the Zambani near composition the color shukchimbu pe yuali to anparki understanding la yuwa shukchimbu di zamba ani kalore the color jala jidangi ordinary jala dine yang interesting se thwe jura the jala jidangi pejina have to jina happy but interesting sha yoma yimbe ne that is kalore mangboji thepne ta do hago du zamba ani thepne ngi interesting soje kan de par kya ore la jura dine gi idea di do jidangi the 강의 치료 좀 봐주는 게 대표들의 목표로 아니 지컬로래 더 컬로 네마기 빠르게 깨라 소리요라 군족이 빠도 줄라 다시도 좀 봐야 지컬로래 디기 강의네 메어로 차 아니 무드네 빠르게 할라 그냥 좋대 이대로 차.
And on a more personal note, he told us about the places he would want most to take photos if he could. His dream locations, if you will.
Dream ki sajanga so niura ta nije디 pe dere kalore yomas yo graphic hapo chagyo de ngarang wene shina tangbudi karelana la di Mount Everest ki kangla doje apar ki Mount Everest la drive nga planning doji nga indi du da nga saje de la drive tuna nga de la du le jura chedan da tanda ngarang ki planning na karna nga lo ship choose male kola kisi nga dotho ina Mount Everest la doje pegi ki view kya ine tanda de kalore tanda budu Mount Everest kangla par ki parking mango theora minde paria to parkia ta chi klore yusu kenya ta de ba ta ngarang ki thondang thone Mount Everest kan parkia waina to ji parkia to na khande ro kya yin dinde ki explore che na ta samuji ki to da niwa di thanda saje dia ta kisi nga Mount Everest kan success ma cha na ye next day anika Antarctica la to ji egil to ji yang begi ki wildlife in area begi ki ta klore environment in area begi ki ta ji zo jora de nga thone pe to